The US-China trade battle isn't just playing out in boardrooms or diplomatic meetings. It's reshaping the cars you drive, the prices you pay, and the entire future of the automotive industry. From semiconductor shortages throttling production to disruptions in battery materials threatening the EV revolution, the industry is at a crossroads. Today, we're breaking down 7 major disruptions transforming the global auto market and what it means for you. Buckle up. This ride is about to get bumpy. Number 7. The Semiconductor Standoff. Why your next car might not arrive on time. Modern vehicles aren't just machines. They're rolling computers. But the global battle for semiconductors is throwing a wrench in the system. The numbers don't lie. A single modern car uses up to 3,000 microchips, from infotainment screens to engine sensors. In 2023 alone, global semiconductor shortages delayed production of over 3 million vehicles. The chip crisis has already cost Ford and GM over $4 billion in lost production. The US-China showdown. 2 major policies have supercharged this crisis. U.S. export bans on high-end chips, limiting China's access to advanced technology, and China's Made in China 2025 policy, accelerating its race for self-sufficiency in chip production. Automakers are scrambling. GM is stockpiling chips, prioritizing high-margin trucks and SUVs. Tesla is reprogramming software to use alternative semiconductors. Toyota has switched to multi-supplier sourcing to hedge risks. If you've been waiting for a new car, you've probably noticed longer wait times and rising prices. And this crisis is far from over. Number 6. The energy equation. How global shifts are driving up car costs. Let's talk fuel and electricity, because whether you drive gas, hybrid, or EV, rising energy costs are hitting you hard. The US used to be China's top LNG supplier. Not anymore. China is now buying record amounts of oil and gas from Russia, Iran, and Qatar. Energy price volatility is shaking up the auto industry. How this hits automakers. Gas-powered cars. Higher fuel costs raise operating expenses for both manufacturers and consumers. EVs. China controls 70% of global lithium refining, making battery prices unpredictable. Ford's electric vehicle battery costs jumped 40% last year. BYD, China's largest EV manufacturer, has a 30% cost advantage over US automakers due to its access to cheaper materials. No matter what car you drive, it's getting more expensive. Number 5. The supply chain reboot. Why car prices are spiking. For decades, cars were built using a global assembly line. But now, that's falling apart. China slashed $690 billion in US imports. US manufacturers are scrambling for new suppliers. Just-in-time manufacturing is breaking down. Imagine walking into a dealership only to find empty lots where new cars should be. That's already happening across the country. Ford CEO Jim Farley warned, "The old model of globalized supply chains is dead. We need to rethink everything. Sourcing, production, and logistics. Companies are adapting. GM is moving battery production to Michigan. Hyundai is investing $5 billion in an EV factory in Georgia. Tesla is signing direct mining deals to secure lithium and nickel. This shift will eventually boost US manufacturing, but for now, expect delays and price hikes." Number 4. The tariff tangle. How trade wars are inflating auto prices. Trade disputes don't just affect governments or corporations. They hit consumers where it hurts most: the price of vehicles. Over the past 5 years, a series of tariffs, counter-tariffs, and escalating restrictions between the United States and China have forced automakers to rethink their entire pricing structure. How tariffs work and why they matter. At its core, a tariff is a tax on imported goods, imposed to protect domestic industries or pressure a trading partner. But while tariffs aim to shift manufacturing back home, they also increase costs for companies that rely on international supply chains. Since 2018, tariffs have added billions in extra expenses for automakers, causing a ripple effect that consumers feel directly in the price of cars, repairs, and even financing. Tariffs on Chinese auto parts. Many US-made cars still rely on Chinese-sourced components, from batteries to wiring harnesses. Tariffs increase the cost of these imports, forcing manufacturers to either eat the cost or pass it on to buyers. China's counter tariffs. Beijing has imposed its own taxes on US auto exports, making it harder for American manufacturers to sell in China, a crucial market for brands like Tesla, Ford, and General Motors. Steel and aluminum tariffs. The United States has imposed 25% tariffs on imported steel and 10% on aluminum, increasing raw material costs for car production. The result? More expensive vehicles across the board. The price impact. How much more are consumers paying? The numbers tell the story according to the Peterson Institute for International Economics. U.S. tariffs on automobile-related imports have cost the industry $45 billion in added expenses. A study by the Center for Automotive Research found that tariffs added an average of $1,800 to the price of a new vehicle by 2023. A report from Cox Automotive estimates that, due to supply chain disruptions and tariffs, the price of an average new car has increased by 30% since 2019. The bottom line: every tariff increases costs somewhere in the supply chain, and eventually, those costs trickle down to car buyers. How automakers are responding. Manufacturers have taken different approaches to absorb or offset these rising costs. Tesla has built localized supply chains for its Shanghai Gigafactory to avoid tariffs, but its US-made models are still affected by increased material costs. Ford and GM have lobbied for tariff reductions, arguing that trade restrictions make it harder for them to compete globally. Toyota has restructured its component sourcing, moving some production out of China to mitigate risks. But this transition is expensive. In some cases, automakers have opted for cost-cutting measures, such as reducing special features on lower-end models to keep prices competitive, shifting supply chains to countries like Vietnam and Mexico to bypass direct tariffs, and passing the cost to dealerships, which in turn raises MSRP prices for consumers. Number 3. The global trade recalibration. Who's replacing China? For decades, China was the epicenter of global auto manufacturing and a key supplier of raw materials, electronic components, and assembly parts. But as trade tensions escalate, automakers are being forced to redraw their supply maps. In response, countries like Mexico, India, Vietnam, and Brazil are stepping up as alternative production hubs. Mexico, in particular, has become a major beneficiary, with auto manufacturers expanding operations there to take advantage of the USMCA trade agreement and avoid tariffs on Chinese imports. India is also emerging as a critical player in semiconductor and battery production, while Vietnam is increasingly attracting investments in auto electronics and assembly. This shift, while offering long-term benefits, comes with short-term disruptions as companies rebuild logistics networks, negotiate new supplier contracts, and reconfigure production processes. China isn't sitting idle. In response to losing some U.S. auto business, Beijing has strengthened its trade ties with Russia, the Middle East, and South America to secure new markets. It has also heavily invested in the European EV sector, offering competitive financing and partnerships to companies like Volkswagen, Renault, and Stellantis. Meanwhile, Chinese automakers BYD and Geely are expanding aggressively into Latin America, Africa, and Southeast Asia, gaining a foothold in markets where US and European brands traditionally dominated. Some analysts warn that this global realignment could create long-term competitive disadvantages for Western automakers, as China builds deeper economic dependencies with emerging markets, while the US continues to focus on restricting trade rather than competing head-on with better pricing and innovation. For American manufacturers, the challenge is twofold: finding alternative suppliers without significantly raising costs, and maintaining a competitive edge in China, the world's largest car market. Many automakers, including Tesla, Ford, and General Motors, still rely on Chinese sales for a substantial portion of their revenue. This leaves them in a delicate balancing act, diversifying supply chains while still needing access to China's growing consumer base. Some have opted to localize production within China to bypass export restrictions, while others are doubling down on domestic manufacturing despite higher costs. The race is now on to see whether Mexico, India, or other emerging suppliers can scale production fast enough to replace China's dominance, or if the cost pressures of this transition will ultimately push prices even higher for consumers. Number 2. The price shock. Why buying a car feels more expensive than ever. For the average car buyer, sticker shock is no longer just an unpleasant surprise. It's the new reality. The average price of a new vehicle in the US has surged to $48,000, a 30% jump since 2019. And it's not just because of inflation. Tariffs, supply chain disruptions, rising energy costs, and shifting trade alliances have combined to create the most expensive car market in modern history. Automakers are also focusing on higher margin models, SUVs, trucks, and luxury vehicles, while cutting back on lower cost options. This means that even for budget-conscious buyers, affordable new cars are disappearing from the market. Compounding the issue, interest rates on auto loans have doubled since 2021, pushing monthly payments to record highs and making car ownership an even greater financial burden. The used car market isn't offering much relief either, with prices still 25% higher than pre-pandemic levels, largely due to inventory shortages caused by production delays in prior years. The financial strain extends far beyond the purchase price. Higher insurance premiums, increased repair costs due to parts shortages, and rising financing rates are making it more expensive to own and maintain a vehicle than ever before. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, insurance costs for car owners have jumped 19% in the past year alone, the largest annual increase on record. Meanwhile, maintenance costs are climbing as dealerships and mechanics struggle to source parts, particularly electronics and key auto components still reliant on Chinese suppliers. Automakers are adapting by redesigning vehicle trims, limiting customization options, and passing costs onto buyers, further reducing affordability. With no immediate resolution to trade tensions or supply chain disruptions, experts warn that high vehicle prices could remain the norm well into 2025, leaving consumers with fewer choices and higher costs across the board. Number 1. The decoupling dilemma. What happens next? The US-China economic split is no longer just a policy debate. It's a fundamental shift reshaping the global auto industry. After decades of deep interdependence, manufacturers are now being forced to untangle supply chains, rethink trade relationships, and develop new production strategies. The challenge is that automakers have built their business models on a globalized economy, where parts, raw materials, and labor flowed freely across borders. Now, with tariffs, government restrictions, and geopolitical tensions creating roadblocks, companies are scrambling to diversify sourcing and localize production. The problem? That transition isn't happening overnight. While companies like Tesla and Volkswagen are securing direct mineral supplies to reduce reliance on China, many manufacturers still depend on Chinese suppliers for critical components, especially batteries, semiconductors, and rare earth elements. Even for those shifting production to Mexico, India, and Southeast Asia, building new infrastructure, training workers, and stabilizing supply chains will take years, meaning supply disruptions and cost pressures are likely to persist. This global realignment isn't just about where cars are made, it's about who will dominate the future of mobility. China has already positioned itself as the world's leader in EV production, controlling 60% of global battery manufacturing and 70% of lithium refining. Meanwhile, the US is ramping up efforts to counter China's dominance through massive investment in domestic EV production, with Ford, GM, and Stellantis collectively committing over $50 billion to build battery plants in North America. But even with these efforts, experts warn that the US and Europe are years behind in key EV technologies. And without secure access to critical minerals and advanced manufacturing, Western automakers could lose further ground in the global market. The big question now is, will the auto industry adapt fast enough to this new reality? Or will higher costs, fractured supply chains, and trade restrictions permanently reshape car ownership as we know it? Consumers are already paying the price for this uncertainty, and until automakers find a way to stabilize production and secure competitive supply chains, the road ahead remains unpredictable. What does this mean for you? Expect longer wait times and higher prices, at least for now. The shift toward regional supply chains may eventually stabilize production. The industry is evolving, but how fast companies adapt will determine who thrives. What do you think? Will automakers navigate these challenges smoothly, or are we heading for even more disruptions? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're glad you're enjoying this video. Please like and subscribe. Check out another video that is now on your screen.